Hello, I am here with the wonderful Alla McQueen. We're going to share some words today in relation to Indigenous relation building. I am on the traditional territory of the Musqueam, Tsleil-Waututh, and Squamish First Nations in the place now known as Vancouver. And my ancestral name is Paul Chaniks. I come from the Eagle Clan of Haisla First Nations in the place now known as Kitimat, British Columbia, Canada. I was raised by my village, and I'd like to honor in this moment the many unseen things that have come together to bring us here at this time, in this way of sharing, in this way of relating, and honoring all of our relations, the two-legged, the four-legged, the ones that swim, the ones that fly, the ones that crawl upon the earth, the ones that we cannot touch with our hands, but that we are touched by deep inside, and honoring all who have come before us, all who have come after us, all who are just arriving, all who are just leaving, and all who are here with us right now. May all our relations benefit from the sharing of words at this time. I was honored to have this opportunity to connect and relate with Alla on this topic, and we're going to share a bit about, she's going to share a bit about where she's from, and I hope you enjoy. So Alla, can you share with us a bit about the traditional territory that you were born on?
My traditional Russian name is Alla Vladimirovna Guseva. My ancestry is the Odege minority from Primorsky Krai, currently known as Vladivostok, Russia. And I currently reside on Coast Salish territory, also known as Vancouver. So I was born and raised in Russia, and to me, I was lucky enough to be raised by my grandparents, who also fought in Second World War, living off the land. They grew their own potatoes, they grew their own vegetables, and so from a very young age, I was always connected. I was always out wandering in the forest. It was almost like my little sacred sanctuary. And the reason why I'm here today sharing my story is because I understand what it's like to be born into a lineage of hardy people, of people who are true survivors, of people whose belongings and land has been taken away in the name of communism. So I really am here to just honor and share my story and be part of a bigger movement and honor the people of this land and honor my heritage as well.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing a bit about where you're from. I just want to acknowledge in the moment how much we've all been through as a people, regardless of who your ancestors are, where you're from. We've all been through a lot, and that's putting it very lightly. And so to really acknowledge how far we've come, to even be having this conversation right now, the fact that our paths have been brought together in this life is really quite the accomplishment, considering what our ancestors have been through and the people in our lineage, like what they had to survive in order for us to be here today. So really acknowledging all those aspects, weaving together at this time in a good way to bring us together. So I'd love to ask Alla, why is it do you think it's important to honor the hosts, the people whose traditional territory the Awakened Women Convergence is happening on this year in the place now known as Arizona?
I feel like honoring the place where the people come from, right? It's they're giving us an opportunity to take part of something so beautiful and sacred, and sharing their traditions and their land with us. And for me, as a woman, I'm walking my own journey to reclaim myself, to reclaim my femininity, to be part of a Awakened Woman movement where we're all really walking this path of healing together. And the more we heal, the more we rise, the more we can help others heal as well. So to be able to come into the sacred land to be able to share our own healing path and really come together as humanity is so important. And so I'm absolutely honored to be welcomed in such a beautiful way.
Beautiful, thank you. It feels really good in my heart right now to hear you share this. And I know there are many, many people such as yourself out there who feel this connection, who feel this importance, and feel the sacredness of the land. And I give thanks in this moment for this opportunity to hear your voice, to hear you speaking your truth at this time in terms of like what's important to you and what's led you to here. Because the only way we're really going to heal is from the roots up. So honoring at this time your roots and what you're sharing. And so in closing in this moment, I just love to ask, what does your heart want to say to the heart of the Indigenous people?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting super emotional just because it's just the healing the divide. I want to say that every human life should be honored. Every human life outside of the race, outside of our identities, outside of our past, is sacred and honored, and should be honored and should be seen and heard. And our stories need to come out and need to be shared. We need to unite as one, walking this path, because I mean, I feel like we're all trying to reclaim ourselves in a beautiful way, reclaim our rights, reclaim our voices, reclaim our stories. And I just want to send utmost love to all the people that I'll be meeting, not only at the Awakened Woman and on my path as well, just honoring their journey. That's just love and compassion. That's all I want to say, and that we're all healing together.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Alla, for sharing these words. And it feels good in my heart to hear you speak this truth at this time. And the emotion that you share is such an indicator of the strength from which you're speaking from. And when I hear you speak from that place of emotion, I feel my heart open more. I feel my heart open and soften in receptivity to what you're sharing. And I just want to acknowledge the vulnerability involved in stepping forth and agreeing to this interview and sharing your voice and sharing a bit about your background and upbringing and what's true for you. My elders teach that vulnerability and strength are the same thing. So I really want to acknowledge the strength and the vulnerability that you walk with that has led you here at this time. So with that, this completes our interview. Again, thanking all of the different unseen forces at play, bringing us together at this time to share at this time in a good way, in a loving way, and honoring all our relations, all the creations, and may all our relations benefit from what has been shared today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm very honored to be included in part of this series and interview. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Alla.
Bye.